Howdy y'all, sorry that took a while. So it looks like I have to fix a little bit of some options, and I'll do that off my own time. Actually, let me write that down real quick, because I just realized that for some reason my home screen there was not loading anything, or like it wasn't playing music. And annoying feature, hey, thank you for the follow. Just give me 1 second. Let me type this down. Page, turn music back on. Alright, so right here, this is a VTuber that I volunteered to start doing some rigging for. This right here is, I call her Shiro. Let me get her full name, because I always forget her full name, because, shoot. Oh, that's bad. She's been a decent friend, a good friend and whatnot. I hang out on her Discord server, and I decided to go ahead and give her a hand on getting her rigging done. And she goes by Shirogane Ryoko. And I'll give her her Twitter handle real quick on stream. So let's go ahead and put this down. Where's my texting? Right here. Shirogane. And there we go. And this is her Twitter right here. Can't lie, I was surprised to find on. Honestly, I posted that like 30 seconds ago, so I'm happy. I'm getting some, like at least some more people coming in from that. So howdy. So yeah, as I said right here, I'm gonna be doing some rigging for this VTuber here. And just for a record, I'm actually doing this rigging for free, because I'm doing it as a friend. I don't take commissions, because I take way too fucking long to do anything, but hopefully I can get her up and running in a few months. So, I've already gone and basically did some basic things to her. I basically categorized all of her parts into different deformers. I went ahead and changed like some of the layer settings. And I already gone and just did a basic overview of all of her meshes. For some reason, some of her meshes were also vanishing after I did like a quick deformer. Like, for example, a part of her hairs would start vanishing if I did a standard mesh, but if I went for a heavy mesh, then it would stay. I don't know. It was weird to figure out, and it took me a few hours of frustrating work to get done. Anyways, what we're gonna start with today. And it honestly may take like a whole 2 hours to do, is I'm gonna do the base of her face, and just get that to do a simple left and right turn. And what we'll also use to reference that is I'm gonna use my own Live2D, just to have a point of reference. This is gonna take a second to load. So this right here is my own personal Live2D rigging. And we shouldn't just use that just to double check like how some things were kind of done, just so I have something to fall back on. Hopefully I won't need to use it too much, but it's there. Always make sure you have some way to double check your work. Now right here, so let's go ahead and so I have her head mesh right here. I'm just gonna move it out so you can see. So it is really just her face, and now she has spooky floating eyes, nose and mouth. Control Z and Control Z, that's gonna bring it back. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the head base X and Y deformer I created, plus the main mesh. And I've already went and put on my angle X, angle Y, and not angle Z. Angle Z is actually the head rotation, which has already been done. So right here, her angle Z for her head is done. And we'll have to go back and refine that as well. So let's do this. So first of all, I'm gonna hit solo. Now I only have to see the head base here, and I can kind of ignore like her eyes and everything. It's gonna look weird, especially when we're starting off. Her eye, basically, you know, as I'm gonna be moving this head around, nothing else is gonna be synchronized. So, alright, first of all, we're gonna set it up to the -30 angle. That's looking to the left of the screen. And I'm just gonna move this over here. I'm gonna try to keep it straight and centered as possible. And I just turn off solo because I need to see. And yeah, you guys can see now her chin's like just completely dislodged from everything. But we need to check to see like where her eyes are, so that's how we know how to kind of like indent parts of her face in when she turns angle. And let's turn this back on. And it's really just it's very tedious work that you have to go back and forth to kind of check. So I think I kind of want it like this in a way. And also, I'm not the artist who designed this character, so unfortunately, I'm not entirely too sure how they would like their angles to look. So I'm just gonna do my best to try and keep it in like their style. So maybe pull that up. Not sure I should need to pull this in. Another thing is I could go straight to the head mesh, turn on these parts, and then just start bringing them in. And once again, turn off the solo button, just kind of check where her eyes are. Just very gently start moving things in. Turn off the mesh so we can see. And now, basically, we can have the head tilt like this. So there we go. We got that part basically ready to go. Now, what we can do to try and like get the right side done quickly, we select both the deformer and the head mesh, and then we just reflect it horizontally. And now we have a rough setting of the right side, but we still need to fix it because the mesh is unfortunately it's an automatic mesh, and the mesh that we used is not like 1-to-1. Like it's not symmetrical, so it tried to reflect it as best as it could, but it's just there's no cigar, so we gotta go back and fix it. Sometimes it's a little tedious, but the Live2D rigging is complete. That's all it is. It's like tedious work actually. Let's get to the mesh. Pull this out. Like very slowly try to fix this. Might be pretty difficult, unfortunately. I want it to be as straight as possible. And did someone else just follow me? My thing didn't update. Oh. Yorozuya Yoro, thank you for the follow. Okay, let's turn this off, just see how her eyes look, and we can also just do that. I can't get an idea. I'm actually pointing at my screen right now, but you guys can't see that. So yeah, this is in case you weren't here, it's like 15 minutes ago when But basically, yes, I'm starting fresh on a VTuber rigging. So if you want to follow along, feel free to. And unfortunately, I'm not the artist for this VTuber. I'm just helping her out by rigging for her. Okay, and now let's go ahead and turn that off. And this is head movement on the x-axis. And I think that's pretty good. Really good start for in 15 minutes. And I'm just going to go ahead and finesse a couple more parts. Let's make it. Ah, okay. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, I should recognize you then. I think yeah, I saw you post earlier. Let me see. I'm going up now. I think you're on. Yeah, I see you now. You're on the other channel. Apologies. I should recognize you. Let's turn off the mesh, just so we see what it looks like. So yeah, there we go. And what I'm gonna do as well, I'm gonna move the head mesh, or both of them rather. And I just want to move them about 3, 4, 5 to the left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. Gotcha. Yeah. I definitely wanted to stream this earlier. So like, if Shiro got a chance, she could also watch. I definitely know. Yeah, you guys are like 6 hours ahead of me, over in Europe. But then again, I think Shiro doesn't have a sleep cycle, because I've seen her watch streams that are like equivalent to being up at like 4 a.m. for her. Alright, anyway, so I think this is a decent start. Turn this off again. Just solo it. Solo it. God damn it, I keep clicking off. There it goes. Right now I'm trying to make sure these lines are here as straight as possible. Zooming out, they're a little crooked, so I don't like that. And I'm gonna try and bring them inward. It looks better, in my opinion. And then right here, I think I could also ignore that for now. What's great is I think Shiro only has 2 ears, being her fox ears, so I don't have to worry about rigging human ears. That said, you know, I need to double check. Does this? Let me search it real quick. Does she only have 1 set of ears? Yeah, she only has fox ears. She's not like the other characters have like 4 or 5 4 more ears. Okay, so that is angle X done for the head for now. We're now going to move on to angle Y. And this one's always a bit tricky, because you have to kind of think about how the head kind of looks tilted downward. And this is why I have my personal rig up for reference here. And I basically just... yeah, just kind of... I call it marshmallowing, by the way. Like, I feel like if you don't rig it right, unfortunately, happens to anyone who does rigging, or like any VTuber on Live2D. Like your like parts of your body is just gonna start looking like a marshmallow, the way like it kind of melts around. Like, I'm not sure how else to describe it, and it's just one of my biggest pet peeves of the program. It's not something you can easily avoid unless it's like you're a master tier rigger, and I'm just an amateur, so. Alright, so this is going downward, and one of the things is you also need to make sure like the facial features follow it properly. So let's just go ahead and do this, and unfortunately I can't reflect it like I did the other part. So let me hit both of them, hit solo. Now going downward, click that. Let's kind of bring it down like this. And I'm doing my best to kind of keep everything still. And maybe, if this is on maybe, we'll bring it inward just a bit like that. And maybe like that. And that's a little bit of a head tilt downward. And I'm just going to bring it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like she's tilting her head down a little bit more. Alright. And now for head up. We'll bring this up like that. We'll bring her chin up, maybe right here, and then bring everything else up a bit. Unfortunately, her neck doesn't go that far, so this is something I may have to revisit later. But that might be decent enough. Let's go ahead and grab her neck while we're at it. Let me just turn off her face. That's just gonna weird me out a bit. There you go. And her neck, I think I locked it, hence why I can't click on it right now. It should be somewhere on her body. That's her neck. There it goes. I'm just gonna make a new deformer. I'm just gonna call this neck deformer, helping the deformers on the angle X and Y portions. So let's go ahead and put that. And now let's try and see if we can drag this upward. And it might not look right, so I may be approaching this completely wrong. Yeah, I don't think this is the best option for her. So, uh-oh. Did my stream stop? Rip. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think things are fucking up right now. Comcast. Well, it is annoying. Are we back? Alright, hold on. I think we might be back. Yeah, not sure. That has to be on. Well, really. That has. Yeah. Friggin' blame Comcast. Those of you who don't know what Comcast is the monopoly internet down here in my city. Alright. So I'm not sure if this is the right approach now. So, because the neck I feel like is extending a little bit too high. Yeah, so if I wanted to do this, it's probably going to be better if I make sure it's down a bit. Yeah, it's still pretty high. 3, 4, 5. Let's grab the neck again. And let's bring it back to 0. Undo. Pull this back up. Re-add. And now we have it stretch up. And it should be less like outstretched compared to before. Yeah, that was a little bit better. Just a little bit. Alright, let's bring her head down a bit more. Narrator's is using arrow keys, by the way. Alright, and let's grab the neck again. Bring back to 0. Erase. Redo. This. Let's just bring her head back up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's do solo. And now we have angle X, or angle Y, and angle X for her head movement. But we don't have the corners. So now that we've combined it, oh, and also we have her head tilt still, and her angle X and Y still work based on the head tilt. Okay, so now what we do, since we have angle X and Y ready, we can hit synthesize corners, and this will do a rough idea of what it believes the corners should look like. But obviously we have to go back and redo everything by hand. But this is going to cut off like a good hour or two of work. So synthesize corners. And now, that's very good at looking actually. I think this one needs some work. But as you can see, now the base of her head now has this angle. Like it has a good start of like figuring out how the head should look on these certain angles. And I'm just gonna go in and start like kind of tweaking it. What's great is her face is pretty. Characters have like flatter colors like this. You know, also if you look at my character's head, you can kind of get away with like the way the mesh actually is, in order to kind of get that angle you want, if you know what I'm trying to say. Let's turn the mesh back on, and we're gonna use this tool. This tool is called the Deform Brush, and I'm just gonna use it to kind of like buffer out some of these dents. And then we can always use the regular mouse and just do them like very slowly, one by one. And this area is gonna bother me, honestly, because it looks like no matter what I do, there's gonna be this dent right here. And I'm not too sure what I need to change to make it straight. I could add another triangle in. But yeah, it's these little things that you spend the most time on. Yeah, that don't look right to me. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to start adding parts to this mesh in hopes that I can get a little bit more control here. Unfortunately, I'm really bad at setting up my own meshes, but this is something I need to learn how to do, I guess. And basically, the whole point is the more triangles you have, the more control you have over it. The downside is when we have too much control over something, then it takes way too long to get anything done. So that's a little bit of the trade-off. Alright. Let's see. Let's try buffer out this way. I I think I might, emphasis on might, be able to do something in order to like prevent. Like tilting my head right now, just trying to get a look at this. It's like, it's just this part right here that bothers me the most. And what sucks is I'm gonna have to do this on every single corner. So, welcome to rigging. Oops, not that. Oh my god, this is painful. Alright, actually zooming out, that's a lot less noticeable. So I might be able to sneak by with this. And luckily this part, because the lines are a bit thicker, with 2Cs, we are able to kind of quickly fix it up. It's just that like these parts, because the line's a lot more like thinner and variable in shape, it's harder to get something that looks more like straight. Sometimes there's not much we can do about it. Alright, so we'll keep that as that corner. I think that's fine. I think this right here looks fine-ish. I think this area needs to be more rounded. I'm gonna be. I think my only issue is this angle, actually. Yeah, I don't know much about 3D model, unfortunately. I tried to learn Blender a couple of years ago, but I think it just I was just overwhelmed by it. Something I want to revisit though, because I would like to use 3D models to help with doing art stuff. I can always fix it later. What we could do now is turn our face back on as soon as I can find it. Wrong button. Alright, I'll have Soul turned on. There it goes. And I'm gonna go turn off her front hair so we can actually see what's going on. Is it just this one? Okay, I think it's just this one. There you go. Here's how she looks when she's bald, by the way. And let me turn off, this right here is her hair shade. Let me turn that off as well so I can get a good look. As soon as I can find it. I spent like a few hours last night and the night before just trying to figure out where everything is, and I already forgot where the artist like put everything. Oh, hold on, that's why. I had a filter on. Should be around here. Maybe it's part body. here we go, shadow. So let's turn that off so we can see. Alright. And now I need to turn off the locks that I had on her arm parts. I just need to see it. Can I grab that? Yes, I can. So, I have several deformers. I have, like, the main face master deformer. Then I have, like, a master deformer for her mouth. A master deformer for parts of her eyes. And then, deformers for her parts as well. So, basically, the way I do this is I'll use the master deformer to kind of move everything into place. And then I'll use the other deformers underneath it to kind of get the finesse parts going, if you know what I mean by that. So, with the master face deformer, we're going to put in the angle X, and we're simply going to slide her face over. I'm trying to be very gentle as to, like, not overdo it. And then, like, other parts, like the eyebrows, they're a bit off on position, so I'll need to make a deformer for those and basically get them into the right position and so on and so forth. I think I want this a little bit more, like, here, maybe? Okay, and now how does it look? There we go, we have, like, a pretty basic left side head movement. And now, we can reflect that motion. Let me grab that. Reflect it horizontally. And now we have a very rough right side as well. And once again, we do have to go on and fix it by hand. But that's just saved a couple, a little bit of time. Alright. And that's what means I kind of want to squish the face in a little bit more. Yeah, let's go ahead and squish this face in. Got the head. And look at that! Alright, and now then her nose, which is barely noticeable, I want to try to make it look like it's more pointed as we're going left bound. And here we go, the nose deformer. I'll just make a new one. I'll call this nose deformer XY. Put it here. Now this is really hard for me to see, unfortunately. In all honesty, this model, because it's so bright, was actually making my eyes hurt after a while, and I had to add this green background for contrast to keep me from getting a little blind. Let's see if I can. What the heck is this part? Oh, I think that's a master nose deformer. I'm looking at this at an angle so I can actually see it darker. Alright, that part of the nose seems fine. And then on this side, just try to make it look like it's pointed this way. And for this one, I want it a little bit more pointed now. So maybe like that. Turn this off so I can see. And just staring at the nose. So this center. To the left. And then to the right. Alright, I think that looks alright. And now going downward. Face Master Deformer. Angle it. Or add the parts. And with the head going down like this. Let's get this turned off. Pull it down maybe right here. This might be a bit much. I'm gonna pull this inward. Okay, and look at that. I think the thing that's actually bothering me on this part is her mouth. That's something we can fix later. Now going upward. And let's just try and make sure everything... Okay, I think I made it go up a little bit too much. So let's bring the level down a bit. Maybe to right here. That's alright. And then we have to synthesize the corners again. And the synthesize part of the corners always messes me up. So left, right, down, up. Alright, let's connect everything. Grab this. And synthesize. And it's gonna be off. It's gonna be really off. Alright. Definitely need to fix this. Dies are supposed to be about down to about here. And honestly, I'm gonna mess this up a lot. I think I spent several hours doing it for my personal rig on this part. And we can already see that like her this eye is smaller than this eye at the moment, so we also have to fix that. I think maybe down here like this. And we already see that there's a bit of a stretching that's like occurring. I think it's not really noticeable, so actually I made this eye maybe get a little bit too small, but then again that is an angle that it's going kind of upward like that. Let's maybe bring it out like this. Actually, the main thing that's like, let me turn this part off. There we go, don't need to see that. Yeah, it's still off. Let's move on before it like kills us. Let's do this. So I feel like her head has gone too low here, or her face has gone too low. It's also just the way the mesh looks, I think. So maybe get it straighter looking, and then I'll try to fix the mesh to go. Whoops! Don't do that. Let's try to bring these parts in. Too small. Once again, we still have like a problem with this area, and I guess, yeah, her chin looks a little bit too sharp for me. Oh yeah. Okay. So that ends there. Alright, let's bring that bottom part of the chin up. I think that's what's throwing it off completely right now. Also use this. There we go. Once again, the thing that's bothering me is the mouth, but the mouth is something we fix way later. I think that looks pretty awesome. Okay, so let's just sew the chin. We're going to do it like that. It's kind of doing that marshmallow thing I mentioned earlier. Like, and at the moment we see, like, her face is kind of moving downward, like here, but then the face, like, the skin itself is not moving, if you get what I'm trying to say. And this is stuff that keeps me up at night when I do rigging. It's this area right here that's been, that's like, currently giving me a little bit of an aneurysm. It's really hard trying to figure out a fix.